Before we get to the video clip of Noam Chomsky, he has frequently criticized the United States for protecting Israeli military companies from international scrutiny and accountability for their actions. He argues that the U.S., through its diplomatic and military support of Israel, shields Israeli military companies from consequences for their involvement in human rights violations and violations of international law. Chomsky points out that the U.S. government often vetoes or blocks resolutions at the United Nations or other international forums that seek to hold Israel accountable for its actions. This protection extends to Israeli military companies, which benefit from the diplomatic cover provided by the U.S. Now off to this wonderful clip discussing the importance of Israeli military companies to the U.S.
Can you comment on the importance of WikiLeaks cables? They've been really revealing. You learn a lot from them. Some of them are really interesting, including ones that aren't discussed much. I mean, most of them you've seen. But, for example, one of the WikiLeaks, one interesting question that should be in everybody's mind is, what is the basis for the extraordinary relationship between the United States and Israel? There are a lot of reasons for it, but one interesting aspect was revealed by a WikiLeaks cable, which I think wasn't reported. One of the cables listed, the leaks, listed a document, an internal U.S. document, Pentagon document, which listed the top strategic priorities of the United States. Regions in the world that were so important that we had to protect them at all costs. There were maybe, I forget how many, a dozen or so. One of them was right outside Haifa, Rafael Military Industries, major military industry. It's one of the main places where drone technology has been developed. The links between U.S. and Israeli high-tech military industry are extremely close. In fact, in this case, Rafael, the biggest industry, the ties are so close that Rafael actually moved its management headquarters to Washington, where the money is. Well, what that tells you, that gives an interesting insight into the nature of the relationship. Israel does play a major role, small country, but good high-tech industry, and it plays a major role in repression and aggression. It's developed the Israeli arms fairs, where they sell their arms. They advertise correctly that they have developed advanced means of repression and control, and that the arms that they're displaying are battlefield tested, namely against the Palestinians. So they've refined the techniques of control, and they contribute to that all over the place, Central America, even in the United States. They're providing advice on how to bar Honduran immigrants, say, from coming to the United States. They help train police and so on. Many examples. Well, that's only one case, but there have been many other cases of the WikiLeaks materials. It's really worth reading through them, not just the ones that do get reported, but many other ones. There's actually a volume that just came out on WikiLeaks, which is important reading.
Furthermore, Chomsky highlights how the U.S. provides substantial military aid to Israel, which indirectly subsidizes Israeli military companies and allows them to continue their operations with impunity. This financial and diplomatic support effectively shields Israeli military companies from facing repercussions for their actions, even when they are implicated in human rights abuses or violations of international law. Chomsky's critique emphasizes the complicity of the United States in enabling and perpetuating the actions of Israeli military companies, and he calls for greater accountability and scrutiny of both Israel and its military-industrial complex to uphold international law and human rights standards. Well, I hope you liked the video and give the channel a subscribe. Also, if you would check out and subscribe to my other channel, Progressive Movement, link is on the homepage and in the comments section. Thank you. Now, take care and bye-bye.